I finally sat down and watched Flight Risk last night with James. We watched Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg and Topher Grace and Woman, directed by Mel Gibson. It may be one of the funniest dog shit movies I've ever seen. There are multiple moments in that movie where let me hit you with this. Topher Grace is like a witness. Woman is like an FBI agent. And I don't know her actress's name, so I'm sorry. I just remember her as Woman. Very misogynistic. That's what you get on this stream. Anyway, Topher Grace is like a witness for like a mob guy, and they have to get him to Anchorage, Alaska. So they charter a flight, and Mark Wahlberg is their pilot. They realize Mark Wahlberg killed the pilot, and so they basically are just fighting in this tiny little plane for an hour and a half. My favorite parts of the movie are when Mark Wahlberg, he loses his hat, and he's bald and wearing a wig underneath, and he's got a really bulbous head. The AI-generated motel at the beginning, that's very obviously AI-generated, followed up by an AI-generated moose in the window with incredibly bad keyframing. So you can see that it's like a horrible keyframed like AI moose in the window in the motel that scares Topher Grace. Bald Baldberg, Mark Wahlberg talking to Topher Grace's character about like torturing him and then just walking up and going, "Daddy Twister." Like it felt like an ad lib while he was talking about like cutting his fingers off and killing him, and he just walks up and he goes, "Daddy Twister." What an avant-garde fucking take. The woman, the like U.S. Marshal woman talking to her boss and then getting a pilot on the phone to help her. And the great thing about the pilot, they have like a satellite phone because the radio is out. And so she has like a Bluetooth earbud in. And the pilot that's trying to help her land the plane while Mark Wahlberg is incapacitated because he's evil. The second this pilot gets on the phone, he just starts hitting on her. Like out of nowhere, he's just like, and also, by the way, he is like a Middle Eastern man, but he's a Middle Eastern man doing an incredibly stereotypical like Middle Eastern accent. So I can't do it, but he's allowed to do it. He just was doing like the tech support voice, but also hitting on her. Like, "You are a very beautiful woman. You know what? We should have a dance after this. You and I, we should go on a dance. We should dance after this. We should have like a big dance after this. You and I, we should go out for drinks after this." While trying to help her during this tense situation where she doesn't know how to fly a fucking plane. He's like hitting on her in the weirdest way the entire time. And I don't know why he's hitting on her. It's not like he can see her. He just knows she's a woman. That's like fucking video games comms type shit. You know, if it was me, I'm one of those guys who says I would be in the kitchen. "Hey, are you a girl gamer? Awesome. You know, if it was me, I'd be the one in the kitchen making the sandwiches." Another good bit in that movie, they don't pay attention to Mark Wahlberg while he's tied up in the back. So he escapes by breaking her glasses that he steals. And then he escapes again later by degloving himself a la Gerald's game. Because they don't pay attention to the dangerous man they have like locked in the back of the plane. And it's not a big plane either. It's a tin can. They just don't pay attention to him. Flight Risk also has the dead bird jump scare. And the best part of the movie, Mark Wahlberg escaping as they land, jumping out of the plane, doing a superhero landing, and then immediately getting run over by a fire truck. And like immediately, like he superhero lands out of the plane after degloving his hand, and then he looks up, they do the fucking, and then the fire truck hits him. I'm not gonna lie, it's an immaculate bit. It's not a comedy. It's supposed to be a serious action movie. Flight Risk would have gone crazy in 2012. Honestly, I would recommend it if it wasn't for the dog shit AI at the beginning. Like, it's so blatantly AI that I went, "Oh, dude, if movies start using AI like this, I'm going to be able to fucking see it immediately." Like, I saw that shit, like, immediately. I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, that's 100% dog shit AI. Okay. Is this the future of AI for movies? All right, dude, that's going to be so fucking easy to spot." Brendan, did you hear of Severance? I've seen Severance. Mark is hot. Irving's hot. Helly's hot. Milkshake's hot. Have you heard of Labubu BB? I'm not bringing it up again. I'm sorry. That ran the course. I told it on the podcast. I'm not going to bring it up again. Hear about what they did to Labubu Society? So fucked up, dude. Horrible day for Labubu Society. Everybody getting a fat ass. No, Labubu boy. You're the Labubu streamer now. You can't even spell Labubu right. You're saying it like it's French Yogi Bear. Je suis picnic basket. Yogi. Le boo boo. Le boo boo. C'est magnifique. It's. I can't do French Yogi Bear. I can't. We can't do French Yogi Bear. Get Billy to do the French Yogi Bear. Force him. Yeah, let me DM Billy real quick. Hey, Billy, have you thought about doing like a French Yogi Bear voice? Wouldn't that be wild? Counterpoint, Quebecois Yogi Bear. No, tu sais? That means forever alone in French. Sortie means exit in French, you know. What's your opinion on the Hawk to a Girl being the next evolutionary step from the ice cream so good lady? I don't think that's the next evolution. The ice cream so good lady was the de-evolution and de-escalation of content in general. That was a simplification of content. The Hawk to a Girl was just a flash-in-the-pan meme that wanted to take advantage of it and had a podcast. Like it, she just got lucky that like there's not a meme apex predator. What is Brendaniel coin? Whenever I don't know, whenever I die, when I, oh, you know, Ice Cream So Good Lady is basically the statue buskers, but on TikTok, pretty much. Honestly, that's why I kind of love Twitch and streaming, because streaming isn't the equivalent of like, for me at least, it's not the equivalent of like sitting there with a guitar and playing a song and getting money in a hat. Streaming for me is I'm the homeless man that's rambling at you, and you don't want to be anywhere around me, and I stink. So like, honestly, that's what I love about the internet. Guy like me, who may end up being a rambling like homeless person, instead gets to talk into a microphone to people. Instead of going, yeah, I remember when I was a kid and I saw the McDonald's VHS tape. Ronald McDonald got scared silly. I remember in the grimace, purple guy. And instead of that, is this. She's still here. It's hard to call her a flash in the pan, more like a flashbang that burned it off into your corneas. I'm sorry, man, but if you are referencing Hawk Tua at this point, I know you're just watching Northern Lion videos. You're just outing yourself at this point. Nobody else is talking about Hawk to a Girl. I know what your YouTube history looks like. It's librarian videos and compilations. Like it, literally the current title of the current Northern Lion stream. I mean, yeah, dude, like that's, at that point, that's not Haley Welsh's bid anymore. I don't think she showed up in like months. That's their bid. Like you are bringing up Hawk Tua in the same way that like a Game Grumps fan would be going into the comment section of a different Let's Player and saying their jokes. Like it's, I don't think she's apparated in an incredibly long time. Like it, my channel only brings it up because some of you watch Northern Lion. Like, that's it. You don't even bring it up organically. You just say it. Said a Brendaniel joke during a Wayne radio stream and they banned me for a month. Fair. I mean, honestly, you deserved it, probably. I don't blame Wayne for that. Absolutely not. They got shit to do. I literally closed the librarian video because I saw you were alive. Well, you know, I'll take that as a compliment. Does anybody know where she went, or is she still hanging out with DB Cooper? She did her, Haley Welsh did like her grift, right? She did her fucking pump and dump, and then she just has to be gone. She doesn't care, man. She made enough money. She could probably just retire off of like that she probably made $1 million. And she could, if she's smart with $1 million, she could probably just invest that into savings and live a comfortable, like modest life. Never figure out who DB Cooper was? Yeah, it was Tommy Wiseau. He used the money to fund the room. Fucked up. Yeah, DB Cooper this whole time was, it was Tommy Wiseau. He used the money to fund the room. And his jeans company. Ironically, that's a legit theory. Yeah, I know it is. Could be. That's the one that I want to believe. BM Pooper. Oh, if DB Cooper was in the toilet, what if he was, instead of the plane, he was in the lavatory? I get it. Dr. Fartenstein in the lavatory instead of Dr. Frankenstein in the laboratory. Poop Gore instead of Igor. I get it. Fecalstein and Fecalstein's monster. I get it. I want to believe poster, but instead of UFO, it's the Hawk to a Girl. I want to believe. Sorry. Fuck. Out, you damn hawk. To and fro, she enters my consciousness. Hawk, nevermore, let it rest. X-Files episode about her. Man, I would love like a modern X-Files. Just with like the crazy shit they could do. I'm so tired of prestige TV. I talk about this all the time, I know, but I'm so tired of prestige TV, man. I don't want your fucking like 12 episode venerated drama. I don't fucking care. I want slop, and I want 24 episode season slop where some of the episodes are dog shit, but because the writers are like fucking overbaked and overworked, some of the dog shit episodes that they think are going to be dog shit are some of the best ones ever. You're taking the human consciousness to the furthest reaches, and you're building yourself up better than ever before. Truly what we're missing in this day and age is like a good 24 episode slop that isn't a sitcom. So fucking sick and tired of, oh yeah, I need my epic, I need my 12 episode epic. Everything gotta be Breaking Bad. Stop it. I want crap. I want slop. Shit that's not like Chicago Med or The Good Doctor. I want my weird creature chasers. And I want 24 episode seasons back with like 5 of the episodes being relevant to the plot. I don't know why we just stopped making that beautiful crap. Everything's too high definition now. Counterpoint Andor, I gotta watch season 2, but Chicago Burn, Chicago Burn Unit. You think it's about like Chicago Burn, like people getting like hit by fire in Chicago, but it's actually about Mr. Burns. Well, Mr. Burns, we're here in the big city of Chicago. What do we do now? Smithers. Yes, Mr. Burns. Chicago hot dog, deep dish pizza, White Sox. Smithers. Yes, Mr. Burns. Club. Smithers. Yes, Mr. Burns. Bring me a big bottle of Malort, please. Yummy, yummy poison. You just can't fathom the Chicago universe. Smithers. Bean. Yes, Mr. Burns. Bean. And then they slowly walk towards the bean and walk inside of it. The bean shimmers and shakes, it irradiates, and then they walk inside of it, and it goes whoa, 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 as they walk in. It leaves like a, what is it? When you throw ripples, it ripples as they enter it. Speaking of which, Brendan, my girlfriend is dragging me through DS9, and it's my first time getting into Trek. Does this show have wacky episodes I can look out for, or is it all just Cisco being mad plus Gold Press Latinum? Oh, there are wacky episodes. No, you're going to get some wacky episodes. You're also going to get like the episode where like you think it's going to be wacky, but it's actually about a hologram from the 1950s teaching people, helping people with their PTSD. You're going to get wacky episodes like Miles O'Brien in the Torture Nexus. Miles O'Brien in the Torture Nexus again? Oh shit, we put Miles O'Brien in the Torture Nexus for a 5th time. That's awesome. It's got The Rock, right? No, that's Voyager. Star Trek Voyager has The Rock. Why DS9 and not Next Generation? No, because we're in an era where a lot of people say DS9 is better than TNG. We're in the era where people have been brain rotted so much by prestige TV that they need something where like DS9 where it has an overt plot for them to be able to carry a fucking goddamn neuron throughout the show. Which I still like DS9. I just think TNG's better. I like TNG because of how sequestered it is versus DS9's overarching storylines. If I wanted overarching storylines in my funny sci-fi show, I don't know, man, read a book. What I really liked about TNG, in the really good episodes and the 2-parters, a lot of the time it was very good at executing an idea within like a 60-minute to 2-hour time frame, and then moving on from it, for the most part, only revisiting it sometimes. And I do love DS9, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a great show. And I do love it. I just think TNG is better because it's what I want out of Star Trek versus the overarching, like, war has arrived. Oh, fuck, war? For real? Yeah, dude, fucking war. And then every episode has to center around, like, the Great Galactic War. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I shit post fleeking queerly over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten Costco lore, while I rotted nearly balking, suddenly there came a squawking as of someone gently hawking at my chamber door. 'Tis some stupid meme, I muttered, hawking at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Please don't Edgar Allan Poe the hawk to a girl, please. Remarking over lost dank lore, only this and nothing more. I love, like, are you ever in a conversation with somebody and you can clock their age as probably older than you immediately the second they use the word dank anymore? Have you noticed anybody sub, like, 35 just does not use the word dank? It, like, left the lexicon, and then any dude in their 40s online trying to, like, keep up with shit, they will bust out dank. Dank memes is still active. It's all 40-year-old divorced dads now, though. I've heard dank in so long. Dude, this awesome sauce is dank as hell. This awesome sauce is hella lit. It's dank as freak, my friend. Yeah, it's only in connection with weed will you hear the word dank being used. Dank has somehow, I think, slowly returned to its proper usage, which is like the dank and dreary swamps. I said dope and my friend's younger brother called me old. What were you supposed to say? Fucking Skibbity Riz, Ohio? Like, I don't think dope is, I think, what are you using dope as if something's cool? Not referring to the village idiot? You're so fucking old. Haven't heard about Skibbity Riz, Ohio in a minute. True, what are the kids saying? Honestly, I think that a good amount of, like, the kids, I think we're just in, like, it's not hip to be cringe movement again for like the 80 millionth time as a lot of the kids move into their 20s. And honestly, man, I think it should be hip to be cringe again. Let it be. Weird Al would not have a career if it wasn't hip to be cringe. Weird Al wouldn't have a career. How boring. How droll. So what you're saying? It's hip to be square? No, it is currently hip to be square. Yeah, it's hip to be cringe. Dun, 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 dun. Got my SpongeBob Funko Pop. I bought it from the store. Share a meme with my friend in our Fortnite Discord. Dun, 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 dun. It's hip to be cringe. What about hip to be a rhombus? You just want to talk about rhombus, don't you? You see a YouTube video where somebody talks about rhombus, you got geometry on the brain? You thinking about Geometry Dash? You playing it right now on your side monitor? You getting the high score? Brendan, would you fuck a rhombus? I don't know, man. I've been married. I've been in a relationship for like 12 years, dude. I'm like the wrong person to ask about would you fuck a rhombus? I have never in my life engaged in casual sex. So I don't know. Maybe I'd enter a relationship with the rhombus. What if the rhombus had a fat ass? Yeah, right there. Yep. Got me. Weird flex? Not a flex. I genuinely don't know. I started dating my wife, but right when Tinder was starting to pop off, so I have no idea what it's like out there. I don't know what it's like out there for the people. Sorry, I'm running in competitive sex circles. I'm on the leaderboard, sorry. Yeah, I went into ranked sex. I'm no longer in casual sex. I'm in ranked sex. Still in bronze. I'll get out of bronze someday. I've been reading some books. I'll get out of bronze. He never fought for his life on the dating apps? No, and also, like, I'm 6'5". I hate... I could just put, I am 6'5" in the dating app. And, like, that's... According to the internet, it's that easy. So, he's alienating his manlet audience. I've been alienating my manlet audience since the day I was fucking born. I'm sorry. I was a tall-ass baby. I was that baby who looked like they took Augustus Gloop out of the fucking tube at the end of Willy Wonka. I was a tall baby. I thought that was Mike TV. No, Augustus Gloop was tall. I don't know what happened to Mike TV. He became like one of the TV heads from Skibbity Toilet. I don't remember. Whatever happened to Mike TV? Easy to please on the dating app. You just have to be Raven team leader. Yeah, okay, buddy. Get your levels for General Grievous already. They put him in the Taffy Puller. Mike TV got stretched in the Taffy Puller? I thought Augustus Gloop was tall because he was in the tube. Mike TV and Veruca Salt. I don't remember, man. What are they? I think Veruca Salt, it was the squirrels, right? Oh, no, you're right. He was just covered in shit. Mike TV got fucking shrank, so they had to make him big and tall. Veruca Salt got garbaged because of the squirrels. Man, I gotta fucking watch my Grandpa Joe movie again. They almost bake he ass into fudge? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm sitting here being like, yeah, I don't fucking remember, dude. I remember Augustus Gloop. I remember Violet Beauregard. I don't recall. Mike TV and Veruca Salt, they're not worth remembering. If they were worth remembering, I would have remembered them. Yeah, well, I know Violet Berry Boy. Like, that's the origin of Berry Boy. It's like how the Flintstones is the origin of feet fetishes. Man. Fred with those sexy fucking grippers. And he pushes the car with him? Okay. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really want to jack off now. Fuck. Is it? Yeah, it's like how the Jetsons is like the origins of robo-fucking. People didn't want to fuck a robot until they saw Rosie the Robot. Then people wanted to fuck a robot. You worried about the Greater Society brain poisoning? That's cartoons. That's what cartoons do to you. Do you want to talk about this? We are your friends. What? Oh, I'm too busy eating the Taco Bell my wife brought me. Shout out Taco Bell. Nacho fries and quesadillas are the only things they have that are good. Did you get the Baba Blast? Yes, I did get the Baba Blast. Baba is Blast. Finally, there are skins for Baba Is You. First up, Baja is Blast. I remember when Taco Bell was good. I don't know if Taco Bell's ever been good, man. No. There was when they had the big steak nacho box. That was, I think, peak Taco Bell for me. They had like a 1 pound steak nacho for a little while, and that was it. That was the Joker's trick. I think the downfall of Taco Bell for me specifically was the day they got rid of the churro and replaced it with the stupid Cinnabon Delights. The Cinnabon and the lights aren't that bad, but I think that was like the moment that I marked like the downfall of it. For me, at least. It was like, oh yeah, this is shit now. Downfall of Taco Bell. Oh yeah, adverb of a noun with Taco Bell. The Taco Bell call-out video that has needed to happen forever. People are just too afraid to go against like Big Pepsi. I think they've never been, yeah, me and my wife think they've never been the same since they got rid of the churros. They keep trying to find new ways to get the nacho chips to be even lighter. And it's at the point where you're just like dipping air into cheese. I bet the Taco Bell cheese sauce can't even legally be called cheese. Like, that's where we're at. That's a goopy cheese product. You say that, but Review Bra is constantly blasting them. I trust and appreciate and respect Review Bra, aside from his Arby's thoughts. But I will say, I think if Review Bra wants to make an impact, Review Bra needs to not wear the suit while talking about Taco Bell. I think the one time he should be wearing a casual t-shirt is like when Anthony Fantano busts out like the yellow flannel. I think the casual t-shirt should be for like a good takedown. Like, you're not even worth my fucking time to like put on a suit. The suit is iconic though. True. But that's why you send a message. Not wearing a suit sends a message that you are not even worth my time. I don't even want to be me while I'm eating you. That's a powerful message. That's the Taco Bell, you have forced me to put on my Undertaker WWF 1999 t-shirt. This is how peeved I am with your quality. David Lynch would have loved that little guy, or Review Bra. David Lynch probably would have liked Review Bra, yeah. Depends. What are Review Bra's thoughts on like milkshakes? Because a lot of David Lynch is just, how do you like your milkshake?
I've collected yet another little freak for my menagerie. Add him to the Rolodex. I found this one on the YouTube.
No, it's about the presentation. You remove an element of the presentation and you're adding a layer of, oh, this is real shit. That'll destroy Taco Bell, I think. Review Bra, take them down. I kind of want to visit the U.S. just to see weird people, like what is even in Pennsylvania, what quirk the white people are there. I just want to know. You got to go to the Panhandle, and you got to go to like the Appalachia. You have to go Appalachian, like, if you want to see the real freaks, you got to go to like Oklahoma, the Panhandle. You got to go to like deep Texas. You got to go middle of Iowa, middle of nowhere Iowa, and you got to go to Appalachia. Florida, yeah, but like swamp Florida. You gotta go to an old mining town in Appalachia that has a McDonald's and like a Walmart. That's where the real freaks are at. Go to Central Washington, on God. True. Every state has a freak region. Except for North and South Dakota. The entirety of those are the freak region. At what point does weird people watching just become poverty tourism? Joke's on you, buddy. It always was. Alaska? I mean, I just watched Flight Risk. They have Mark Wahlberg and he takes his hat off. They take his hat off and he's bald under there. Mark Wahlberg was on that plane and he was trying to crash it. Yeah, Mark Baldberg. Baldberg. Never go to Boston, Marky Mark. I genuinely, for a second, I thought you were writing, don't go to Boston Market, Mark. Don't go. Markiplier, watch out. The LA gangs, they're waiting for you at the Boston Market. Please be careful. But it's a movie, Brendan. Movies aren't real. You ever hear about documentaries? Gonna blow your mind. Not saying that movie was a documentary, but you ever hear about them? Gonna fuck you up. That Boston Market chicken is whack, by the way. Well, because they got bought by a private equity firm. Boston Market got ruined by a private equity firm, so no, they're not good. I had it for the first time a couple of years ago. Not good. Is there such a thing as public equity? I think so. But like I'm not a money man, so I did not go to accounting school. I don't know these terms. I don't know terminology. All I know is eat egg, wash floor, eat egg. I'm a simple man. I see those egg, I eat those egg. Old people be lamenting like, oh, why did they have to fucking kill Sears? Kids these days don't know about Sears catalog. Me be like, you did this, buddy. Your guys did this. I kind of miss the Sears. I don't think I've ever been inside of one. I think 31 years on this earth, never went inside of a Sears. I'm still pissed Fry's is gone because they tried to leave the electronics niche. I really wish we had a Micro Center around me. I would probably genuinely go back into retail if there was a Micro Center around me. I would just work there for a bit. It'd be nice. Me when hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Smells Like Gamer though, buddy. You're talking to somebody who worked at GameStop for 4 years of his life. Like I can deal with Smells Like Gamer. I lived with gamer smell for all of my childhood due to my uncle. Like, I went to a Micro Center for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Nice, neat place. I'd love to go to one. That's like I wear glasses. That's my mecca, right? Nirvana smells like gamer. And he's playing Fortnite on computer. Won't say night, will not get off for his mommy. He is shitting. He is Tommy. Yeah. Is that got his V-Bucks. Buying skins now. Lots of Rugrats posting lately. Yeah, I think a lot of people are learning about the visceral power of Tommy Pickles saying, if the monkey want the nanners, I'll give them the nanners. Go to the bathroom, you're shitting yourself. Oh. Oh, that's still funny. That's still fucking wild because the game was Mafia 3. You can pause it. Like that clip genuinely would make at least a little bit of sense if it was a multiplayer game. The fact that it was Mafia 3, which you could pause at any moment, is gas my fucking flabber.
Get off the game, go to the bathroom, and take a shit. Now.
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now. Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you. Get off.
Hey,
go to the bathroom.
Get out.
Go to the bathroom. I can smell you shitting yourself. Get up and go to the bathroom. Now.
No.
Get up and go.
You may be living in the this is not real reality, but I swear to you, this just reads, that kid could be one of my cousins. Unironically, could genuinely be one of my cousins, and I would not be surprised. It sounds like somebody who is related to me. Like that kid sold his baby. No, that's my one cousin. Dude, I have a lot of cousins. As the oldest kid in my like generation of kids, I'm 31. My youngest cousin is like 4. Like first cousins too. I have a lot of cousins. Provide evidence of like my cousins? No. Why do you want evidence that my uncles and my aunts are fucking? Like I don't. Honestly, it's fucked up that all the cousins on my dad's side of the family are pretty normal, and then all the cousins on my mom's side of the family are all from my one uncle, and they're very interesting. Know that the clip is real? I mean, if you want to live in the Reddit nothing ever happens, like say the line Chud Jack kind of like world, then go for it, dog. But I would be remiss if I would not admit that I have seen things in my life that have made me more abject and more open to whimsy and horrors beyond my comprehension. I want to believe that stuff like that is real. While when you were a kid, you were falling for the fucker right in the pussy guy, which wasn't real. That was all a falsehood. There was never a fucker right in the pussy guy. That was staged. The shitting yourself clip, that sounds real to me. Listen, letting joy and whimsy into your heart is good, but you also have to realize that there is a dark, like, subculture within humanity, and people will do weird and awful and horrible and nasty things all the time. That's the trade-off with accepting that there may be a little bit of whimsy and joy in the world. The optimism of humanity comes hand in hand with the pessimism of humanity. You cannot have one without the other, otherwise you have an imbalance within yourself. You have to accept that people shit themselves when they play video games. And it's not that hard to believe. Like, a kid who probably grew up, parents never said no, probably has a way of getting whatever he wants. Inevitably, there's going to be a clash, and then he shits his pants, and then he's just like, oh yeah, I can keep gaming for a bit. The mom walks in, realizes that the entire time she's raised her child, he's now at the point where he is shitting himself instead of moving in front of the big boob tube. That's just real. That's human behavior. That's addictive behavior. Fact of the matter is, you can be addicted to video games. I feel bad for those kids. There's got to be a wake-up call at some point. If there's not, parents got to do something, man. I'm not a dad. I don't know. No, that's that's what Mafia 3 does to you. True. Never mind. You're right. This is not like a continuing conversation upon nature versus nurture and like the addictive quality of video games in general. This is that Mafia 3 does that. It makes you poop your pants. You're right. Based for this one, gamer. Damn, I lose. You're right. It is just Mafia 3. Fuck. After you do your 50,000th like fuse box dog shit minigame in Mafia 3, that's just what's up. I'm not talking about shitting. I'm talking about the setup. The reason that you may not believe it's real, you got to remember that some people just have Xbox Live recording on. Some people are like, why were they recording? And a lot of the time, here's what happened. They're just, maybe he accidentally pressed the share button and then went on his Xbox, and then a friend found it, or like an older brother found it and then shared it online. Low quality gamer clips are more realistic to me in that way, because every video game console has like a share button where you can accidentally just start clipping. Think about the crazy moments we have missed because they weren't recording. I thought he was streaming, not gonna lie. Could have also been like a stream or something, yeah. Oh, he streams to YouTube, so it was live? I mean, yeah, you could just do that from the console as well. A lot of kids out there do just want to be like Brendfluencers. Xbox deleted a bunch of my clips, and I took, and I will never forgive them. I remembered my one epic gamer clip was a tomahawk across the map in like Black Ops. And I remember being so fucking mad that it was gone forever. This is why I back up if anything that I do, I back up like all my VODs. I save that shit just in case. You never know. You wouldn't believe the amount of angry moms yelling at kid gaming content out there. I want a chocolate milk. You said you would give me a fucking drink. What a fucking chocolate milk. No, it's a clan match. No, it's a clan match. Me as a kid, like for me, I don't know what it was, but like, I think that as a kid, I realized if I am nice and just do what my parents say, they're not asking for a lot from me. If I just do what they say, I will get nice things. I will get things. Like, especially my grandparents and like my mom is like, if I'm good, I will get things. Not my dad. That was a whole different story. But with my grandparents and my mom, I realized like at a young age, I was like, if I do nice things and I do things, I will then get things. My monkey brain led to acquisition, and then it accidentally gave me empathy. Fuck, I tricked myself into getting empathy. I wanted stuff, not empathy. Fuck. That's why it was always weird to me whenever kids would like fucking backtalk their mom or whatever. Like I had a friend in high school who was, every time I'd be over, he was ridiculous to his mom, but then his mom would give him anything he wanted. I was like, okay, if I said that shit to my mom, she'd kick my ass. We'd be fighting in the fucking octagon. Like, I'm addicted to feeling good and loved. Why do you think I'm a streamer, man? I love it when people say, Brendan, you're such a good young lad. Everybody's so proud of you. You deserve happiness and wealth and a big sandwich every day. Nice empathy, dumbass. Why don't you feel these nuts? Okay, present them. I don't know. You want me to check for lumps or... I do that for a bro. If a bro didn't want to go and like go to the doctor and he needed somebody to like check his nuts out because he feels a weird lump, I'd help him out. Brendan, you're so handsome and cool. Thanks. My mother used the Yu-Gi-Oh craze to make us do yard work for a single Yu-Gi-Oh pack each. She did that shit for 3 months. My mother used the Yu-Gi-Oh craze to make us do yard work for a single Yu-Gi-Oh pack each. She did that shit for 3 months. I would run errands for my grandma all the time, and I love my grandma. She's one of my favorite people, even if she is a weirdo. My grandma is a little freak, but I love her. When I was a kid, she was like my best friend, right? And so when I would run down to like the gas station or like back when I was really little, when they still let kids buy cigarettes for older people. That's how old I am. I used to go to the gas station and buy cigarettes for my grandma, but only because the gas station was right next to the trailer park. So like, obviously, they knew who I was buying them for. I was like 7. But she'd always give me way too much money. And she did not care. I just keep the change. One time she gave me a 50 to go buy her like a Diet Coke and a pack of cigarettes. Like she knew I was pocketing the rest of it. Oh my God, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening, oh my God. The gem! Oh, destroy the volcano! Everyone is here! How did you miss that? I didn't see it. Oh! What? Take me to Duloc now. Lord Farquaad texting me at 3 a.m. True. Oh, I gotta make sure you're wedding. Yeah, you're marrying Fiona. Right. Shit, dog. Where the fucked up little Buppets at? How it do looking? How it do locking? Hello, it is me, Lord Farquaad. May I have your credit card? I'm looking to marry Princess Fiona. Would you please give me your credit card information so I can buy wedding gift? I will say it from you. Shine your shoes, wipe your face. This is why they need a Shrek 2 expansion. That way I can hear. Can't stop thinking about love. Where Donkey at? Where my friend Shriek? What have you done with him, my close and personal friend Shriek? feeling like a Shrek on a leash. You know, since I've been watching like the Looney Tunes show again, gotta put respect on Daffy Duck. I do laugh every time he says, "Mother." Would you still love Shelby if she were the Shrek worm and you were a donkey? Well, worm, the dragon? Yeah, no, 100%. They made that relationship in the Shrek movies physiologically possible. Yeah, if I was donkey and my wife was the dragon, I mean, I'm not as scaly, but they did make the dragon in Shrek kind of hot. So that's 100%. That's on them. They shouldn't have made the Shrek dragon that hot. Stop. That's what they should have done. They shouldn't have made the dragon hot. What the fuck's up with that? Why'd they do that? All they did was add eyelashes? Yeah, why'd they do that? What the fuck? They added lips, eyeliner, and lipstick too. And yeah, and a fat ass. Why they didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway. You better be power washing over there. Yes, sir, Lord Farquaad. I'm not talking about a dragon's fat ass. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I wouldn't possibly. Couldn't be me. Honestly, I'm probably going to give it to New Shrek. It might end up being a secret banger. Puss in Boots' Last Wish was good to the point where I'm like, I'm going to give DreamWorks another chance here. I looked her up as a refresher, and she do kind of be bad, though. That's what I'm saying. I should probably watch The Last Wish. It's good. I watched it in theaters, and my wife fell asleep during it. And I was like, how the fuck did you fall asleep? It was pretty good. And she was like, I don't know. I was just tired. Why did Shrek have 5 kids? Ogre replacement theory? No, fuck. I don't know. He just liked to fuck. Where's he going to get a condom from? Back in those days, you fuck 5 times, you have 5 kids. I mean, it is a world with magic, but like, you fuck 5 times, you have 5 kids. He was out there straight up slapping it. And by it, I mean her vagina. She popped all 5 at once. Oh, did she have? Oh, that's right, because they were, oh, right. So he had sex once. That's the, okay. No, you're right. Shrek had sex 1 time. Canonically, Shrek has fucked 1 time. Got it. Good deal. Good deal. His 5 green kids. I did finally catch up on Smiling Friends. I did not know that you could just do that. That bit in Smiling Friends where it's like they genuinely, Bill Nye just fucking dies. I didn't know you could, I know it's parody, but like, I didn't know you could have Bill Nye, a real person, horrifically burn and then slowly desiccate into a little Bill Nye mummy. He dies, yeah. Not only that, it's not about the death, it's about the dying in the incredibly horrifying and realistic way. Everyone had that kid with the fake card with like 1 million health. I had a friend, I don't know where he got it from. I had a friend in like middle school who the church that he went to made fake Pokemon cards that had Bible verses on them. So one of I can't remember what it was, but it was one of them was like Pikachu and he was praying in front of the cross. And then it just had a Bible verse on there. No health, no attack, no anything. Pokemon logo on the back, but it was a cross. No idea where they got those from, but I remember it vividly. Imagine Nintendo lawyers going after the Catholic Church. Dude, imagine the Digimon lawyers when they found out that like fucking the Pope is named Pope Leomon. Couldn't catch my ass being the Pope because I would do Pope Wergarurumon the first. You get to pick your Pope name. Fuck you. Fuck you on Pope Jesus. You would probably be Pope Jesus the first because Jesus wasn't the first Pope. That was Paul? Yeah, that was Paul. You have to power wash the tree after the local bear wipes his ass with it. Dude, I'm still thinking about how in Aspen, from that book I read forever ago on bears and like animal crimes, how in Aspen, instead of like dealing with the bear problem, they decided to plant a bunch of trees in the middle of the town with that bear fruit that bears fucking love to eat. With park rangers and wildlife conservationists being like, hey, don't do that. Bears are going to come even further into town. And rich people in Aspen being like, but the trees are pretty. You deal with the bears. We're going to make the berries. You'll just have to the bears will just have to put up with it. They're just going to have to not eat the berries. A bear killed somebody in my city. It's the same exact situation. I mean, I've talked about it. You should read, Mary Roach wrote a book on animal crime. I think Fuzz by Mary Roach. It's a really interesting book that talks about how animals throughout the years, how different kinds of animals have been like, quote unquote, prosecuted for like crimes, but also how like, we don't do enough in terms of like mitigating human to animal harm and animal to human harm. And the ways that people want us to deal with it humanely don't fucking work a lot of the time. Like, a big thing with bear crime, I've talked about this before because I read that book last year. But a big thing with like bears is that the best way to deal with bears is people need to take accountability, lock up their garbage, and make sure their houses are locked and safe in like bear country, right? But because people don't lock their trash cans, and people do not like fucking take care of their shit because they're privileged and they don't care, the bears get into houses and it creates a pattern of that bear, if that bear isn't neutralized or killed, that bear will continue that behavior until somebody dies and even go on and teach their kids that behavior. And then more bears will die because more bears will be getting the human garbage and assaulting people. Like, a big thing that conservationists are into is like relocating the bears. Problem is, bears just go back. Bears straight up just fucking go back to the place where they were eating. You can put a bear 100 miles out of the city and it will inevitably just find its way fucking back. And part of it is like, oh yeah, don't kill the poor bear. But if that bear creates a pattern and is no longer scared of humans, then that bear will inevitably lead to a human-bear confrontation. And then that bear has to be put down anyway. And then resources get taken away from wildlife, like park rangers and wildlife conservationists, because people are angry that they had to kill the poor bear. And it's not the bear's fucking fault, it's the people's fucking fault. Because they allowed the bear to eat the fucking food. The bear just an animal. He eat the fucking food. It's 100% on the fucking people. So not only like they get funds taken away because you don't need that much money to control a bear, but also because we should take their funds away because they're killing the bears and we love the bears. And you can't find like a happy medium. And the happy medium is individuals need to be more responsible with their garbage. And people don't want to, you know, be more responsible. Same as like bears will break into rich people homes and people will not contact like wildlife rangers and park rangers about the bears because they know the bear will get killed. And then once again, you're perpetuating the cycle of bear on eat food, bear on go kill human. And it's like, here's the thing. If you live in an affluent area and a bear breaks into your home, tell people, tell wildlife rangers, tell animal control. Don't just be like, oh, sweet bear, he just broke into my house and ate all my eggs. I'll fix the door, lock the door, and he won't come back. He will come back. Bear-proof trash cans also are not that bear-proof. If you live in bear country, unless you have like a big metal dumpster, you shouldn't leave like a trash can outside. The bear will get into a plastic garbage bin. Like I have seen it happen. In Colorado one year, while we were there, a bear ripped into the garbage can at the house we were staying at, and I had to clean up bear shit with a shovel. And it wasn't even bear-proof. It was just a plastic garbage can with a lock on it. Blew my fucking mind. At least you didn't have to clean up bear shit with your bare hands. True! Bears are powerful, persistent, and they learn. It's good to be careful with bears. They're not, they're not, why not friend? Why friend-shaped? I still remember the one time I saw a bear in, like, downtown Telluride, and some people were, like, walking up closer and closer to it to try to get, like, a picture of it. And I just was like, no. Stop. Put your fucking phone away. Stop. Have 3 seconds of common sense. We had a hog problem here last year, and the city had to swap trash cans from flippable metal cans to old post-communist trash cans made of solid concrete. Hogs will get in there. If the hogs are hungry, the hogs will get in there. You can't get between a hog and its meal. If the hog be hungry, the hog will eat. We had a problem with wolves a few years ago. Motherfuckers just ate everything in the area. A lot of it, too, is like, how do you punish people, you know, for, like, leaving their shit unlocked? There was a story in Fuzz where a restaurant owner left like a garbage can open, and the author was doing a ride-along with like a ranger in the city who like deals with the bear population essentially, and they had found a bear gorging on like a dumpster because the restaurant had left the dumpster open. The problem is, because it's not a dumpster for just that restaurant, multiple businesses use it. Who do you fine? My opinion is everybody who uses that dumpster. Now that's shitty because you can't figure out who did it, but I mean, sometimes you got to go nuclear and shit like that. In my opinion, everybody gets in trouble. Fuck you. Every business who uses that dumpster, fuck you. Everybody get in trouble. We go nuclear on this shit. We go zero tolerance on this shit. And if the other businesses that didn't do it are pissed about it, then they get to excommunicate the other business. Call them out. Take out full-page ads calling them losers. Start some real fucking awesome fights. Getting some real local drama. It's not shitty. What's shitty is trying to bypass the fine by pulling bullshit. I mean, a nuclear option is only shitty because imagine you run a business and your business is near a restaurant that never closes their dumpster, and you're always incredibly careful about like what you do when you're out there dumping the garbage out after the day, and you're always fucking locking it. And then the restaurant near you is just like getting out there every couple hours, dumping soup in there. Big, smelly, yummy bear soup. And then they're never fucking locking it because, well, it's easier if it's unlocked. And then you get fined alongside that. That kind of sucks. Businesses will lock their dumpster like it's Fort Knox if they see homeless people getting food, but when they need to keep out bears, it's somehow not an issue. Yeah! We live in a society What if the Joker was a bear? Holy shit. What the fuck? What if the Joker was a bear? I don't think he'd be a bear, but what if the Joker was a bear? What the fuck? What if the Joker was a bear? What if the Joker was hanging out in the goddamn by the river and he was just slapping a big salmon out of the fucking river? Dang, I'm onto something. What if the Joker was a bear? What if the Joker was into really into hunting salmon down by the river? What if the Joker was a fucking bear? What the fuck? Really getting somewhere with this one. What if the Joker was a bear? Holy shit. $1 million idea. Oh, I read, so I caught up on Absolute Batman and then I decided to go read Absolute Wonder Woman. Whoever told me that Absolute Wonder Woman is peak, you're right. Absolute Batman is like utter dog slop. It's shit, but like fun shit. Absolute Wonder Woman is genuinely good. It's really good. You need to read Martian Manhunter, Brendan. Dak also told me this, I know. Martian Mindfucker goes insane. I know, I gotta read it. I was actually surprised that like Batman is the kind of shit one. It's fun, but also it just... I really hate the idea of middle-class Batman, and then he's just acquiring all the same things a normal Batman would by being like, it's because I stole. And I work construction, so obviously I can have the time, the energy, and the resources to build like 1 billion bat caves all over the city. It's like, buddy, like at that point, he's still just rich. Remember the giant dump truck? I remember the incredibly giant dump truck, yeah. That made absolutely no fucking sense out of nowhere. You know what the least realistic thing in Absolute Batman is? And how you know it was written by a fucking nerd? Batman gets a full ride scholarship from football to college. He tears his ACL and they still let him keep the scholarship. That's how you know Absolute Batman. In Gotham, that's how you know Absolute Batman is fucking dog shit. They let him keep his full ride sports scholarship to finish his college. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Unfucking believable. My immersion ruined. Me reading comic books and be like, excuse me, did you know, written on the page, Batman, not real. Brendan turns into Linkara. I'm just saying, man. It's just kind of like, if you're gonna do middle-class Batman without actually committing to the bit, it feels like shortcuts are taken. Alongside Batman needing half of his rogues gallery to be like his childhood friends, helping him along the way, but he still needs to like steal vast resources? Come on. There was a better way to do this. Still fucking cool moments in that. Like when he's got the bat tentacles and he says knock knock with a bat flamethrower and he uses his bat axe to cut off a guy's hand. It's still slop peak. It's just my immersion. Welcome to Top the Fourth Crawl, where bad comics grow. Brent Cara, he's a man, bald, doesn't wear a hat. This is the thing. Like, I tried, when I was bald, I tried to be a hat guy. And I got a couple of hats that fit, or beanies, and I'm just not a hat guy. It's bald or nothing when I have to shave it off. Middle-class Batman just cripples his victims in particular so they can't commit crimes. I remember when middle-class Absolute Batman gets onto a yacht to fight Black Mask, and then he punts a child. Pretty good moment. Absolute Batman is, I mean, I think the best part about it is you don't take it serious. You don't take any of it seriously. You can't. You're going to lose your mind if you try to take it seriously. Middle-class Batman is just actually upper-class Batman who lied about being middle-class. That's my problem, is his resources... if you were going to do like a Batman, but he's not rich, my problem with it ends up invariably being that he doesn't get resources in a realistic way for the amount of money that his family is supposed to have. So basically, you just have built a version of Batman where he cuts off dudes' hands, he kicks kids, and then his mom is alive. And then Killer Croc and the Riddler and the Penguin are all his friends from school. Like it. Problem is, you can't have a Batman that's not rich and also have him be like a Justice League tier. He's going to be a street guy. We have Daredevil. That's my... Daredevil does what a middle-class Batman would do, but way more interesting. And he barely even has a superpower. I'm going to say it. In some ways, Daredevil is cooler than Batman. Holy shit, his parents aren't corpses. Yeah, so Batman, his dad is a teacher in Absolute Batman, and he dies in a zoo incident where Bruce Wayne gets locked in a bat exhibit. I respect Daredevil over Batman. Daredevil way cooler. He got to deal with being a lawyer, and he blind, and he kick and punch him. Daredevil also getting into like cosmic shit is kind of some of the funniest shit ever because he's just like, I don't know what to do here, man. I'm just a blind guy who punch. Oh yeah, the zoo trauma where he gets locked in a room with bats with a bunch of other kids, but only he is traumatized enough to become the Batman. I mean, to be fair, the bat trauma and the dad dying on the other side of the door, you know, for the other kids, it's just their teacher dying. For Bruce, it's his dad. Good thing Bruce didn't fall in the gorilla cage. Could you imagine though? Imagine if instead of using like Fallout power fists, Gorilla Man pulled out like the Hulk hands, but they were big gorilla fists. No, cops love the Punisher. They don't love Batman. And cops don't even like the Punisher. They just like that he has a cool skull. The Punisher hate cops. The Punisher is just a, you know, he is just a piece of shit. And he knows he's a piece of shit. And he's best when he's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit, but like I'm gonna kill the bad guy. And I'm gonna just keep being a piece of shit. Guy who's a serial killer, Punisher kills him. Guy who steal a stick of gum, Punisher kill him. Were you stealing from the grocery store to feed your family? Sorry, buddy, crime doesn't pay. 18 bullets to the head. Superhero comics really do be like, don't kill the villain. It will invariably like continue the cycle and a worse villain may be born. But in actuality, it's just like, oh yeah, we killed all the villains with the wacky superpowers. They're just dead. Oh, do I wag my finger at the guy who stole a loaf of bread or do I shoot him point blank? Interesting. Well, if he died, no more loaf of bread stealing. Please just kill the Joker. He's not insane. He's just a fucking sadist. No, but if Batman killed the Joker, then the Joker win. You don't get it. If Batman killed the Joker, then Joker win. I think we need more Batman universes where like the Joker tries to come up with an incredible like plan and then he fucks up like one little wire and then he blows himself up. More worlds where the Joker just accidentally just does stupid shit. Like he builds a giant cartoon bomb, but he fucks up a wire and then he blows himself up. And then he says, mother, like Daffy Duck does before it blows up. That's like a few episodes of the Batman animated series. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a millennial. The Batman animated series is the best representation of Batman in my mind. I don't like any other version of Batman more than that one. Take a lot of work to get me to care about Batman outside of that one. Even Arkham, I think Batman TAS still beats Arkham. How about Beyond? I think Beyond is part of TAS. I don't consider them separate. That continues the canon from TAS. Same shit. The only problem with Beyond was the episode that wasn't in Beyond. The episode of Batman Beyond that was in Justice League Unlimited is the worst part of Batman TAS. Because if you don't know, so there is an episode of Justice League Unlimited that is a Batman Beyond episode, right? And in that episode, it's revealed that Terry from Batman Beyond, they put nanobot cum in Terry's dad's balls. That was Bruce Wayne, like DNA. So making Terry from Batman Beyond technically Bruce Wayne's kid. Insane, didn't need to happen, didn't need to exist. It is an episode of Justice League Unlimited that is just a Batman Beyond episode. It's not even in Batman Beyond. It's not even in Batman TAS. It's in Justice League Unlimited. They put a vial of bat cum inside of Terry's, like, who is Batman Beyond. They put a vial of bat cum inside of his balls. And used sci-fi fuckery to cuck. He fucked. Yeah, no, fucked up. All they had to say was he was adopted. He didn't need to be Bruce's kid. There was no reason for him to have to be Bruce's kid in any way, shape, or form. He didn't have to be. He did not need to be physically, like, Terry did not need to be related to Bruce at all, like, in any way, shape, or form. It was unnecessary from the get-go. Like, it didn't need to happen. What if he the gum masher? What if he the gum masher? That's him at the senior citizens home when he's trying to eat a delicious steak, but he can't find his teeth. There's a crime doesn't pay. Oh, fuck. Oh, my legs. What is everything named Bat something? Me when I read old Batman comics and he pulls out the Bat-poon. Don't worry, Superman. I'll utilize my Bat-poon in this situation. Ah, I see. The Bat-poon once again. Bat-goon? The goon helicopter from the Batman Lego game. Every day I be summoning that shit. I hate when they make characters related like that. Can't just be some guy. He has to have the Bat DNA. To literally Star Wars when it's like, actually, you aren't nobody like we previously established. You have to be related to a character that people remember. You're a Palpatine. Fuck you. I don't think that the Star Wars bros with like the podcasts are right. But like I'm gonna maybe give them like maybe just that one. A broken clock is right twice a day. Dude, what was it? The most insane screenshot of a tweet that I saw where somebody was bitching about Andor and they were like a nerd Chronic or something on Twitter, and like they were bitching about Andor in this long thread, and I saw the image of it, and then I went into the comments to like read like what the fuck is this guy talking about, to find out that this guy is like a Star Wars bro, but he was doing like meth and trying to sell meth on Twitter before he became a Star Wars bro. The Star Wars bros are cooked, man. I think they're fucking cooked. Him just being like, yeah, I mean, I used to sell methamphetamine back in then. I used to do and sell methamphetamine. And like now Star Wars is my drug. Out of pocket, some deep fucking Star Wars bro lore. Is he your dad? No, my dad wouldn't care about Star Wars. My dad loved Destiny. My dad would do a hit of meth and then play a bunch of Destiny 1. We're a little bit different. Take a slump of some methamphetamine and do some, go on that, yeah, the yub-nub, and then do some strikes and some raids. Damn, your dad has a Twitter? My dad does have a Twitter. I found out from my brother like last year, and it's, what is it? His Twitter description, I think, is, I have 8 kids and they all hate me. And I just laughed so fucking hard when I found out. Does he really have 8 kids? Yeah. Don't worry though, I'm the oldest. Whip whip wahoo. He has 8 kids and not a single one of them talks to him. Already got 7 other siblings. I got probably more than that, honestly. My dad was doing fucking methamphetamine Genghis Khan shit all across the Midwest. Like, I don't... if I ever did, like, if 23andMe or Ancestry.com, if I ever ended up doing anything like that, there'd be a lot of pings. Meth con? Pretty much a meth con, yeah. So your dad is a lukewarm Trevor from GTA? Yeah, 10% of Iowans will have Brendaniel DNA. Imagine seeing an army of Brendans. Oh, I wouldn't wish that on you. You don't want that. Listen, you can't even handle one of me. I'm not even the way I am because of the DNA from my dad. I'm the way I am because of the DNA from my mom, all right? I am my mother's son. What king book are you on? The Talisman, which I didn't think I'd like, and I kind of like it. Didn't think I'd like the Talisman. Kind of weirdly like it, though. It's that good mix between, like, fantasy and horror where I think King does best. That's why I really like The Stand. Haven't heard of that one? Basically, the Talisman is weird. It's basically like there are 2 worlds, our world and this place called the Territories, and this kid has to go on like an adventure to California to save his mom, because in the Territories, his mom's other is like the queen, and so he has to like flip between the real world and the Territories on this trip to California. And it's co-written by King and another author. Is it connected to Dark Tower? I don't know, man. A lot of technically aren't all King's works connected to Dark Tower because he's a person in that. He's literally a character in the Dark Tower. As himself. He does a Nostalgia Critic. God, what's the third movie? The third Nostalgia Critic movie? Somebody here knows. There's Kickassia, there's Suburban Nights, and then there's the third one. To Boldly Flee, you're right. Yeah, Stephen King does it to boldly flee and writes himself into Dark Tower. What? Oh, he's gonna say it! What are you doing in my... Oh, we're not in the swamp, are we? My mistake. He didn't say it. This sucks.